Hey, welcome to Integrated Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. I hope you can hear me all right because I'm in my excursion that I love so much. I love so much that I wrote about it in my books. And I do love this thing, but it's not as quiet as my Denali. And it's got 374,394 miles on it and still runs like a striped ape, and I love it. What's your plan? That's what I want to talk about today. For a minute, I have to keep you angled like this because I can't let you see what's behind me. I just headed back from taking some equipment out to my main guy's place. I'm going to try to get you there like that. And then I went and picked up some stuff to take back to my place. And while I was out there at the first place with my main guy, Mark, he's our, well, I won't, some of you have met Mark before. We had a nice discussion. We had a lot of coffee and a lot of talking. And it's important to get down to this sometime. But the main thing was we discussed and kind of ran over our plans as to what would happen, what would we do if certain things happen. Okay, so what could happen? We know that mess is going on over there in Russia and Ukraine. We know about things that are going on in China. We know about things that are going on here in our own country, all of which could pose a danger to us and to our way of life. Different dangers from different places, right? Or maybe the same dangers from different places. So we talked about the various possibilities. I don't believe that a nuclear strike is a great possibility. Now, other people do. And I'm not going to say that they're wrong and I'm right. It's just not what I foresee as being the main danger. I think that a cyber attack is a much greater possibility. I think that targeted cyber attacks against vital infrastructure, the grid, internet, things like that. I think that it's I think it's a great possibility. And so that's what I'm concentrating on. Now, when you concentrate on one thing, it doesn't mean that you forget about all the other things, right? And that's what gets in the way of a lot of people, especially a lot of preppers, if they get one thing in their sights, and then they get that tunnel vision that takes their eyes off of all the other things that could happen. Well, I'll tell you what, they can all happen, and so don't let that happen to you. I realize that as I'm driving here, I keep looking at myself in the camera to make sure that I'm still in the camera and you're not seeing what I don't want you to see. And that means I'm looking at my picture, I should say, rather than the camera. Anyway, we just reviewed what steps each of us would take. We're some miles apart, not so far that we can't get to each other, even on foot, within a couple of hours. But what we would be doing, I'm not going to get into the specifics of that because that's not really the point of this. The point of this was simply to ask you, what's your plan? If all of a sudden everything goes off, your phone goes off, your television goes off, your radio goes off, you go out, your car won't start. Okay, you all know what I'm talking about. And that wouldn't be the result. If your car doesn't start, that's not necessarily the result of a cyber attack, but it could be the result of a nuclear-induced EMP. And I'm not. Well, let me put it this way. To where I don't believe that a nuclear strike is necessarily our main worry. I do believe that a HAMP, a high altitude or a nuclear induced EMP, whether localized or generalized, could be a very real possibility. We live in stressful times, and in stressful times, people do things that you may not think they would do. So anyway, the whole thing is be ready for anything, but have a plan. And so my suggestion is tighten up, talk to the people in your group, talk to the primary people in your group, make sure that, if you haven't discussed details for a while, make sure you're still thinking about the same things. People's lives change, right? People's life situations can change, and you may need to adjust your plans. So do that. I'm definitely doing that. I think things are going to get dicier, but general preparation is the cure for most maladies. So if you're generally prepared, you're in good shape. If you're not, start heading that direction, and tighten up on the particulars, on the specifics of what you would do if A happened, if B happened, if C happened, if D happened, all those kinds of things. Make sure that all of the people in your core group are up to speed on that. Okay? All right. Headed back to do a couple of other things. You all have a good day. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. Reviewing plans, communication, central to making sure that we are preparing today. So you all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.